Hey everyone, this is Scott from the Forgot to Grow podcast. Welcome to another edition of ReWatching a series of unfortunate events. Today we're going to talk about Season 1, Episode 3, The Reptile Room Part 1. So I'm just going to be sharing my general thoughts about this episode. I just finished watching it, or rewatching it, I should say. I have watched this season, the whole series before when they were first released, but I'm rewatching them before the third season gets released. So yeah, I watched the third episode, The Reptile Room, the first part of the second book. Yeah, as weird as that sounds, this is one with Monty and obviously his reptile room, which, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of reptiles. They freak me out. But this is still a fun episode because I love the aesthetic they do with these sets. They just do a great job of capturing what I imagined when I was, similar to what I imagined when I was younger in these books, in this show from the books. Wow, that just made no sense at all. But yeah, I still enjoyed this episode for that. There's some cool kind of elements. I love that the kids in this recognize Olaf, but nobody else does. Nobody else, and that this one isn't more that he doesn't believe them, but there's like a misunderstanding that they think they know it's Olaf, but Monty thinks it's a spy from the herbological. That's not right. I can't say the snake place. The society that he works for, so he thinks it's just a spy. He doesn't see that it's Olaf, so that's kind of funny, especially since at one point Olaf makes a cool little reference, which I really enjoyed about this, which was like, he was like, I'm the one that took the picture of, Monty and the Baudelaire parents when they were younger, and they're hiding in this piano, and I thought that was a kind of interesting little thing, being like, oh, I'm the one who took it. It's like, oh, this is where we learn that Olaf knew them when he was younger, and that they were all like part of each other's childhoods, and I thought that was kind of a funny thing, especially since none of the kids really picked up on it. I can't remember if that was from the second book or not, or if that's some other tie-in, but I still like that. I like getting a little bit more of that backstory stuff. I love the lore that they add in a little bit more with the TV shows than the original. The more from what I remember from the books, that is, because like I said. But yeah, Monty in this, I thought they did a great job bringing that character to life. He's such a weird character in the books, and I thought this guy, I don't know the actor's name, but he did a great job of bringing it to life, having that kind of sophisticated weirdness to him, this eccentricity, and I thought he did a great job. That was pretty funny, and it was just kind of like, he did a great job of like balancing that kind of like, oh yes, wink nod, yes, go with it, kids, even though he was totally off. The kids knew it was all off, and he didn't. And that's one thing about this universe I both love and hate. I love that the kids always recognize it, and that it's kind of frustrating for them that all these adults, none of them will listen to the kids, and I kind of like that but I also hate it because I feel their frustration of like, oh, why won't anybody ever believe the kids? They're just right every time. But nonetheless, I thought that was an interesting part of the story. There was a little funny joke from Count Olaf while he's pretending to be Stefano about long form storytelling as opposed to going to the theater, which I love that little Netflix joke inserted in there. Just, that's not from the books, I know that, so that's just a fun little nod to that. And then I like the movie they go see, the fact that Monty's getting a message from it to go to Peru, and that connect again with the fact that we see a flash of the parents being in Peru. Again, I still have no idea if the parents are actually alive or if these are flashbacks or what. I can't remember at all what goes on, so I'm excited to get through this, rewatching the series, and then get to the next season to see what happens. But that's all my thoughts for episode 3 of a series of unfortunate events. Be sure to let me know in the comments below if there's anything I got wrong with the connection to the books, or anything you liked about this episode in respect to its connection to the books, or just in general. Be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and have a good one.